I like that new tune. It's actually not new, but I like it. It's new to you guys. Probably not many of you. Paula Jack, good morning. Paula Scholl, good morning. Jason Bragg, good morning. I like that. Scott, keep that. That's pretty cool. Mr. Randy Carnes, good to see you, my brother. Whoa. I didn't get a new chair yesterday. I really hoped I was going to work that out, and I didn't. So I have to be super careful. Jeremy Buzzard, ladies and gentlemen. Jeremy Buzzard's in the house reporting that everything is same old show as it always is. No, I went to get a shirt or a chair yesterday, and it just didn't work out. I'm going to try to get one today. That's the plan. Because this chair, there's no way it's going to last much longer. Karen Brother, Joyce Neergarter, good morning. Sue Francis, good morning. Betty Carlson, good morning. Steve Dietering, good morning. You know what, James Ranke, you're right. Scott Dietering does need a raise, but he also, I think he needs to kind of like up his game in general. Like, to be quite honest, he's a little bit of a slacker. Like, I mean, I'd glad. That was pretty good. You know what, Scott? I will double your pay. There you go. Done. Doubled. Let's see. Karen Buzzard, Jeremy says, thank you. Betty Carlson, good morning, Jeremy. Eddie Ambras, my man. Good to have you on the show, Eddie. Eddie, so I hadn't noticed your picture is upside down, and I think it's awesome. So, Kathleen Beckett Napier, good morning. Happy Friday indeed. Jason Breitenstein, good morning. How's the nerve block working? Hope it, or which one? I don't even know which one you got. Maybe both. I don't know. Hope get healed up, get you back in the game sooner than later. Let's see, James. Yeah, James. Scott is he's what we call hilarious. We appreciate all of the hilarity that he throws at me. Well, let's see here. Yes, doing a show right now as we speak. So it's funny. Let me just respond to that really quick as we speak. I'm going to take a picture of all of you. It's not going to work. Yeah, it's not working. Doesn't matter. James Archie, Julie Stover, happy Fry. Fry, yay. I like that. I forgot about that. That's exactly what we need is a good Fry, yay. Joyce Neergarter, good one. Yep. Everybody's like, Scott's so funny. He is, actually. He's a pretty funny guy. Ruthie, good morning. Good to have you on the show. What's the weather looking like up there in Cleveland? I know it's brisk. It was pretty brisk this morning here. Quick work on the quit work on today. Yeah. Shoulder surgery, man. I am doing my best to avoid it. Definitely avoid it. Let's see, Steve. That is the best news I've ever heard. Is you celebrate not being a diabetic anymore by buying donuts, and I'm incredibly pleased with all of that. Brian Fink, good morning, my friend. Good morning. Let's see. Brian Fink, what's up? Scott still owes you for all the gear he destroyed. I don't know that he destroyed it. There was definitely a bump, and a lot of stuff got a little more banged up than usual. But, if anything, it did teach me no one will take care of your gear like you. So Thank you, Scott, for that life lesson. Let's see, Scott, Ruthie. Yeah, cold. It's pretty cold here today. So I went out, warmed up the truck, heading to the guys. Boy, I'm just getting all over the place. Yep. He certainly fixed his share of stuff. That's for sure. Yeah, David, road cases. That's exactly correct. That's why you get them. 48 degrees in Titusville. Wow, that's pretty cold down there. So this morning, I wore my blue puffy coat. You guys know that, the blue puffy coat. I would say, let me think. We usually get cold right before it snows. I'm going to call it 18. It was cold this morning, so it felt like 18 degrees to me. I don't know. I don't really, 20. Feels like 22. That's correct. I'm 100% on. If you're within a 4 or 5 degrees, as far as I'm concerned, that's 100%. So well done with that. So it's Friday. Any big plans this weekend? I can tell you what we're going to do here is, see over there, this side of the basement. It's kind of a wreck. We were moving some stuff around and then got distracted last weekend. Didn't get a chance to finish. So we are a lot of stuff needs moved around. Yeah, 41 degrees from Costa Rica. That's a huge difference, I'm certain. Let's see. Julie, what do you got there? It's cold here with sun's peeking. Yeah. So that's exactly, Julie, that little bit of advice. That's a great way to start your day. Sun's out, guns out. Curtains open. Yeah, I'm a curtains closed kind of person. Fireplace rolling in a fluffy blanket. That's about as good as it gets. That's a good day. So hope that works out all right. Let's see. Ice flow. Oh yeah. So where I grew up in East Brady, Pennsylvania. Actually, I grew up in Frogtown, but East Brady was the town. It's where the high school was. It's right on the Allegheny, and it's a huge bend. Like the northern Allegheny is really does that a lot. I know because I've rode it all of it. And the ice will freeze, the river will freeze, and then it breaks loose, and then it jams up. You get these ice jams, and it's a real deal thing that, like, when the river freezes and then the ice jams up in one of these bends, and it creates a dam. Like, I guess I don't know how deep the river is, 300 feet, 12 feet. I don't know. I'm not a riverologist. I'm not even a scientist. So I don't know how you expect me to figure out how deep the river is. That was pretty good. Anyway, so the river freezing was always a big deal. You come and you take pictures of it. It's a thing. It's a thing that we do. And then usually in the springtime, it all gets jammed up. It's quite terrifying, but you go and look at it anyways. And the river raises, and I don't know, it takes the bridges out sometimes. That's welcome to Western Pennsylvania. Sometimes our bridges get carried away in the ice flow. So that's awesome, though. I'm totally nostalgic. Like, I wish I could drive down to Coglace and take a look at the ice. But anyways, Lisa's coming down today. Tell Lisa I said hello, and that she should come hang out once in a while. And no, Julie, I did not get a new chair. So we all know yesterday, it's big news. My chair broke, and it'd been getting extra squeaky. Like, so now it all makes sense. Like, I don't know. I haven't spent a lot of time in office chairs. I'm not familiar with how they wear out. And it turns out this particular one wore out like a light bulb. just broke. Like but it was a little squeaky, but I just assumed chairs get squeaky. I don't know. I'm squeaky. So no, I did not get a chair yesterday, and I'm going to try to get one today. Bob Dewey, good morning. John Yao, good morning. Good to have you here today. Thank you, Dave Bouchard. Happy Friday to you as well. Like, that's not chair noise. It feels like chair noise to me. I don't know. Marianne, good morning. I'm not an office chair scientist. Thank you, Eddie. I'm not. I don't know why people keep coming to me for like, why do you think this chair is squeaking? I'm like, I don't know. Use the scientific method. Make a hypothesis. And prove or disprove it. Is it repeatable? You know, those kinds of things. So I have a chair guy. Like, so I have a good memory for people. Okay, like if I've met you, I probably remember it. And particularly, I remember something about you as well, like what you do or what car you drive or whatever it is. Like it's a weird thing, you know, that I just like I'll meet somebody like, oh yeah, you have 14 years ago you had a 97 Chrysler LeBaron or whatever. So, but I remember these people, and I have a guy or I have a person, and unofficial chair scientist. No, Steve, I haven't tried oiling it because I didn't know where. I don't know how to oil no chair. So let me see. Unofficial chair scientist, person for everything I do. Yeah, Betty, I appreciate the offer, but I can't. I'd have to drive the whole way to Pennsylvania, and then I'd have to see mom and dad, and then obviously my brother. And next thing you know, I'd probably be stuck there, and nobody wants that. WD-40. I prefer WD-39 personally. But anyways, I always have a guy. People call me like, hey, do you have a guy? You have a guy for this. You have a guy for that. And many of you on this show are a guy to me, or a person to me. It's like, oh, you know what? I got the right person. This person does this and they're great at it or whatever. So of course, I have an office chair guy, and it's a interesting little story. So when I was in school, just last year, I guess this probably would have been, or 2 years ago, I was just using a laptop, you know, and I guess I don't oil my guitars that often, but maybe I should, because they're also squeaky. And everyone was using these fancy multi-monitor setups. And I'm like, I want one of those fancy multiple monitor systems. But, you know, computer monitors are expensive. At the time, I was pretty broke. I wasn't gigging much, and I was just in school. And school, you know, ain't no Buzzard scholarships. Let me just tell you that way. Well, see, that's the thing. You'd bring us all. We'd have the whole clan there, and we'd be having scrambled eggs with American cheese and A1 steak sauce, which is, by the way, my favorite breakfast to this day. That was it's a big favorite with me, and it was a specialty at the Buzzard House in Frogtown. Anyways, if you've never tried cheddar eggs with A1 steak sauce, like, it's awesome. I'm just saying. So I was on, and I start looking up what monitors cost, and they're, especially when you're buying 2 or 3, it's like, it was going to be expensive, more money than I was hoping to spend, at least. Plus, you got to buy cables and stands and all the stuff. So I just looking through the Facebook marketplace, and I saw some guy or a person had an ad. You know what, Dave? I actually did know that. Dave says, a fun fact, WD-40, water displacement, 40th attempt. I did know that. And I believe it's also edible, I think. Now, every time I eat it, I get violently ill and have to be hospitalized. But I think it's edible. I mean, I guess technically everything's edible. It's just whether it'll kill you or not, I guess, is the thing. So I find this this guy, this person that has his ad. His ad was just like, oh, you know what? I'll get right on that. I'll get right on it. So, Steve, as a condiment, that's a great question. You don't mix it into it. It's a condiment. You can drizzle. I like to do a little bit on the side and just kind of like I run my fork in it and then I eat the eggs. Very good. Very good. I had never mixed things into scrambled eggs. I thought you just pretty much scramble them. But my one of my cousins, they mix ranch into it. I was like, that sounds terrible. It's not terrible. It's really interesting, especially if you like ranch, which I do. But I never liked ranch. I never put ranch on eggs. I never am like, let's put some ranch on it. But you put a little bit of ranch dressing in when you're scrambling them eggs. Pretty good. Pretty good. So I responded to this ad, and the ad was like, I have dozens of monitors, need to get rid of them. WD-40, I don't believe is a condiment, but technically you can eat it. I don't know that I would spray my eggs, but I don't know that I wouldn't. Just to be clear. Yeah. You're welcome. Steve, I'm glad I could clear that up for you. Good morning, Phil. Good to have you on the show, as always. So I messaged this guy, and I'm like, I'd like one of your monitors, I think. I don't know. He's like, how many do you need? I'm like, I don't know, 2 or 3. And it was a very good price. Let's say it was $25 a monitor. And a condiment. Oh, funny. And baking soda. Steve says to put baking soda into your eggs to fluff them. I was not aware of that. There is a locally famous breakfast place here in my town, and I can't even think of the name of it, but maybe called like the Upper Arlington Pancake House or House of Pancake Arlington or something. I don't know, but they put pancake batter in their omelets as well. Like they mix that with pancake batter. So fun fact that you can put anything in eggs apparently, and it can be more delicious. So I called the guy, and he's like, well, right, Randy. And that's what I was going to do. Randy says he uses an LED TV as a monitor. I was going to do that. But I'm like, I find this guy with $25 monitors. I'm like, it's worth trying, right? It's worth trying. So I message him, and he's like, yeah, call me on this number if you're serious. And sure, maybe. Yeah, it's weird. The pancake batter to eggs is interesting. What did you say, Steve? Baking powder? Baking? I don't know what that is. I don't. I get confused in the kitchen. If it's not salt, butter, or garlic, I don't really know what it is. That's just, sorry. That's welcome to me. But he's like, if you're serious about this, call this number. I'm like, okay. So I call the number, and he gives me the address, and he's like, cash only. And he's like, drive around the back. There's a truck there. And that's where we'll deal. That's where we'll do business, is something like that. I'm like, oh, I am broke, but I generally don't like to buy stolen goods. That's like something I try not to do. But I'm like, it's a good deal. This feels like they're probably stolen though. But I'm like, I go anyways. And what's Jason say? Cook your scrambled eggs on medium heat. That makes them fluffy as well. I am the keep it roaring kind of thing. Right. So I know a guy who sells stuff off the back of a truck. So it's not a locker. I feel like we're having technical difficulties. So I'm on my way there, and the neighborhood is getting, not awesome. That's all. It's just not awesome. And I had a small window of time because I think I had a babysitter at the house, and I'm like, I gotta go quickly. So I texted a friend of mine, and he's the kind of friend that if you're in real trouble, he'll show up and help you either get out of the trouble or nobody makes it. Like, perhaps has been around some rough customers, perhaps. And I text him really quick, and I'm like, hey, I think I might be buying stolen goods, and if this doesn't go well, if you don't hear from me in 45 minutes, this is my last known location. And he's the kind of guy that just sends back, Roger that. That's it. No questions, no anything, just Roger that. So I set a timer so make sure I call him because I don't want him to, go on a type of rampage of any kind. So I go there and, I'm nervous. Like, I'm like, oh, what have I done? Why didn't you just go to Best Buy or whatever? And Marianne Glass, Lisa Crawford, good morning. So I get there and it was nothing like I was picturing in my mind. And the description did not really match the scenario. So this man has a tech recycling company, which if you don't know what that is, which I didn't know what that is, what tech recycling is like, let's say you own a building and a company there, no knock coming to my house. Great. If you have a building and a company goes out of business, and then they leave all their stuff there, and like things like computers and jazz, you can't just dumpster those. So there's people that specialize in coming in, taking all that stuff out, and you pay them to come and take all that stuff. Well, then what this guy does is he brings it back and he has several warehouses. He goes back to his warehouse. Then he pays guys to basically plug them in. Like, you plug them in, does this work or not? So there's two piles. Doesn't work, does work. Doesn't work, gets disposed of in whatever way that these things happen. That does work, then gets sifted through again. Like, at least it turns on. Now it's like, is this a fully functioning piece of, can we retail this, basically? And this guy, like, he had, I mean, a million monitors? Like, I don't know how many he had. So I bought a couple. He's a great guy. Dwight, me and Dwight, we hang out. Well, we don't hang out, but anytime I need something, I call Dwight first. So yesterday, right after the show, I texted Dwight. I'm like, hey, Dwight, I broke my office chair this morning. Do you have anything decent? I'd rather give you the money than, insert big box store here. And he said, yes, but today isn't going to be the day. So I'm going to go get a new chair today. And that's the story of how me and Dwight are good friends. He has chairs and I need them. So if you need a monitor, by the way, I'm your guy. I know monitors and other basic office stuff. So, well, we've guessed some weather. We've had a whole week of chit chats and it was very good. So over the weekend, you might see me go live a couple times, especially if you've subscribed to the Pat's podcast page. Scott and I are going to do a couple test runs Monday morning. It's not going to be on this channel. It's going to be on the other channel. You know what, Julie? I'll see what I can find out. I'm sure he knows all that stuff. So if how to make a short story long, that is the truth. I don't have any ability to choke it down. So we might go live a couple times this week, just sort of testing it out. And we're going to talk about growing the show as a team, working it together. So see how that goes. I know it's lonely, and what we want to give Steve some company because he's got excellent sausage. No, he's got egg tips, and Bob has sausage tips. I mean, I feel like we've got a whole segment coming up of Pat's Pandemic Podcast people's recipes. Yeah, the new page, facebook.com/Pat's Podcast. It's pretty easy. So you just in your clickety-clackety-clack. And Monday will be February. February is always one of those words that it's a lot like it's like Tuesday and Wednesday. Like, how do you spell those? That's terrible. Terrible way to spell it. So everybody, it was great seeing you. Hopefully see you a couple times over the weekend, Monday morning, and we'll go slow. I'll actually be, oh yeah. Did I say / Facebook.com// Pat's Podcast. Yes, we are getting closer to spring. Guns out, buns out, and guns out. I'm doing the short shorts this year. It's gonna be the new look. So, all right, that's it. I'm rambling more so than usual. You guys are fantastic, every darn one of you. Good seeing you. A few of you I haven't seen you in a while. Dave, be sure to tell Lisa we said hello, and you're all amazing. I love all of you, even you.